Uh, hey guys. So, it's been a while since I've done a stop motion, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm coming up with ideas. So, it'll probably be a little while for the next big stop motion, and I'll talk about that in a little bit and what I want to do. But right now, I I wanted to show you this because it may look about the same on paper basically, but trust me, this is gonna be a bigger video than the last complete Armyman collection. And also I have 100 subscribers and I never did anything for it, so I might as well do it now. And also that plane I didn't show the last time I did this. So let's start with the vehicles, cause anybody who saw my last video I did on my complete collection would know. Yeah, it's grown. There's way more tanks. Like this one, I said in the first video, it'd be nice if I customized one. That's literally exactly what I did here. A car just, the loudest car ever just drove by, and something just moved from a container. I don't know if you heard that, but you got this tank. These two tanks are the same. These are the ones I had in the last video. These three, and then you get these two. I don't think I had these two when I did that. I might have had this one. I don't think so. And the same Jeep with no purpose. And another cannon now. And this plane I've actually had for a while, but I just didn't put in the last one since it's not to scale. But then I noticed this plane was in it, so it should have been there the first place. But so this is the complete green British and French. This is the entire French army right here. Yeah, you got this dude and this dude, and that's all France for you. And you got the Soviets. I'm calling them the Soviets now because reasons that I don't feel like going to. And you got all this, the Greens, and you got the old guys, like these ones that are all bright, and you got the darker ones. You got these ones which are some of the newer ones, so they're all bright green and they stand out. And you got those ones that are this one that kind of look ugly in comparison. But I got the same dudes, the front lines here, bagpipe guy, and the reason I know it's the exact guy since it came with three is because I did a little stuff on the bottom of them, so I know that they're this guy I don't need to since he's the only one that's in this color and like that. Because if there wasn't, then it would just be this guy, who's a lot different shade of green. And the red, the Kermit the Frog apparently compared to somebody else. So yeah, let's go to the tans. Alright, so this is all the bad guys. So you got the Germans, the Tans, the Japanese, and the Reds, who don't show up much anymore, but I might as well just keep them. They might show up at some point in the future. And also, just to add to them, I got these random skeletons and these guys I got from a thrift store. Yeah. Yeah, and then right in the front lines, you got a Major Mutant. And the reason I call him that is, yeah, he's been injured. He got blew up by a mortar shell or something. I don't know. Look at his leg. He's got a giant hole in his leg. So these are all the commanders and everything except for these two, which I couldn't fit in there. I really needed to put this guy in there because he just looks weird on his own. Actually, he always kind of looks weird because the spot he's pointing to is a little weird. So you got all these guys. This guy who came back to life. The pirate dude who shows up once in a while in the background. This guy. and the main commander of all the armies. He is the president of Bad, and the tank dude. Uh, so yeah. Uh, so the Japanese army has actually got a couple of Italians in that. This guy died, and I don't know what to do because I can't really have the Italians without like their leader or anything. I don't have Mussolini to be there too, so yeah, he's just dead, and they're just in the Germans now. Well, these are technically just grays and blues and browns, and because there's like a couple different types, but they're all German. Like these are all German Italians. They're interchangeable basically, and the machine gunners, all these. A surprising amount of this type of stuff. I didn't even know there were that many. Uh, a lot of Japanese crawling and a couple tans. There's more, but the other ones are really bad. Uh, if you look, it actually doesn't look like I have that many not greens, tans compared to the greens, which, well, you don't get green tans as easily. Like the main set I got to like grow my army a few years ago only had like 2 tans, and they're all like this type right there, and like that guy. They're all pretty generic. And also, I realize I mix mummies in here too. So like, there's a couple armies themselves just shoved in here. And going to the vehicles, we got 3 tanks and a Saracen. No, it wouldn't be a Saracen. I'll just call it a gun truck. Yeah, it's a gun truck, which I got recently, and it's pretty neat. I like it. It adds to the weaponry, so it's not just tanks. And then the drone. So this is my entire army, and let's go to the Civil War stuff. Alright, so this is the Civil War stuff, and also these guys. So the Civil War stuff, it's kind of confusing, because, like, the thing about the Civil War is that, there's kind of 2 known colors, but I've got, like, multiple different colors going on here. And the reason for that is that the original set I have, which is, like, the darker guys, I couldn't find it anywhere on Amazon. So that was a little bit of, that made me a little sad. Because then it's just like 2 completely different sets. One of them being better than the other. This one's better than that one by far. But like, that one comes with more cannons. But I'll talk about those in a tiny bit. But, the original set comes with like the printed flag. And in like the one that's this one, well, the lighter, I'll just call these ones lighter and these ones darker. So the lighter ones, like they came with a flag. The Confederates. Thing is about it is that it didn't have a sticker or whatever it is. So that was a little weird. And the good reason they gave for it was is that they can't sell any product with it. But in that same set, in that same exact set, you got this, which is just a molded in Confederate flag, which is funny. It's funny. Like, you can't sell it, but you sold it anyways, and gave a note that you said that you couldn't sell it. But anyways, these are all the Confederates. There's about I'd say about 30 on each. You got a couple guys on both sides that have like really no use, like this guy who's got his hand out, apparently gonna greet Robert. Yeah, he's like, I have Grant somewhere, but I can't find him. There's on this side, you got the bucket dude, which I've always said is kind of funny how like miserable he looks with his bucket. Like, this man is having a bad day. Like, he loves that bucket, but that bucket doesn't love him back. the cannons kind of confuse me because they did them in blue for the north and gray for the south. But why not just make them all gray? Like, that always kind of confuses me about this set. Like, why not just make them all gray? Because it's not like every side has their own different colored cannon. You aren't gonna see the British with red cannons and the French with blue. It's not how that works. And then you get these guys, which are, I don't know, forest men or something. I don't know what you'd call them, but they're kind of hard to see on camera because they're completely white. I don't even know what this is. What is that? I don't know. Some sort of thing. I don't know. I'm sorry, but yeah, these guys are kind of weird. I just felt like putting them in this because where else am I gonna mention them? I got a bunch of running poses, so everybody's like on a constant sprint in a lot of these guys, which is weird. And only one guy's sort of posing with his gun. Like, the rest of them like have to be carrying their gun like this, which is probably gonna hurt their back. And then, oh, this is my favorite one. The guy cutting the log. He looks so unnatural. Look at that log and look at him. This man does not know how to cut a log, and that log does not look like a log. That looks like a giant turd on the ground. Can I focus on it? That does not look like a log. But anyways, that's the Civil War stuff. It's definitely like the smallest things I have, but I don't know. It's one of the older ones when it comes to armies I have. Like, I literally got these guys on a vacation, and I don't have any of the cannons anymore because since I had fun with them and they broke easily. But it's neat. It's neat. I've only done one animation with them, so now we're gonna go to the part of the video where I'm talking about the future. Instead of working on like one video that doesn't seem that big and is pretty short, I'm just gonna work on like maybe 3 videos every like 4 months that are like 10 minutes long and actually good. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I actually want to try it.